Hey y'all. So today we are going to dive into Sons of the Forest. It's been a couple days since we played this game, but we pretty much finished up our entire mansion and decorating it. We just need to save scum a little bit to get some more copper wire and light bulbs to actually light the place up. So we'll probably do that at the beginning, get that going, and then put away all of our items. And if we have some time afterwards, start exploring the island more. We've only gone through 2 caves, so we have a lot of other stuff to do, but we needed to get to 50 days of survival anyway. So that said, we might as well just dive right on in. Oop. Let's see here. Should pop up. There we go. Hope y'all are having a lovely day. Yeah, I have been excited to actually get this mansion completed with. We've got, I think, the third floor and the top floor are just about totally done. Although we do need to figure out, we do need to add a lighting to the deck too, now that I think about it. Otherwise, we've got everything, like the bones of the place, totally done up. Not too bad. Okay. Let's see here. We need to eat. Do we have water? Yeah, we do. Mhm. It should be a chill day. I was planning to originally start this at 9 o'clock, but then we got called into an impromptu meeting for one of my classes about grading a midterm. What can you do? Joys of working while streaming. Okay. Right, and we still need to... Oh, actually, now that I think about it, if we're gonna go and save scum, we should get rid of our arrows and our batteries. Okay, we'll have this one for the carbon arrows. Guess this can be our crossbow bolts. Wish there was a way to get all these on faster. And then I guess we don't have... Wait, why do you just have a rock? Okay. Let's do... Actually, no. Let's do batteries here. We could do circuit breakers here. Uh, vodka here sounds fun. Was it already nighttime? Yeah, it is. Oops. Um, Back here could be our little storage for food. Oh, it is so dark. Okay. Bedtime. I totally forgot that I didn't save right at the start of a day. Okay. Day 34. Let's get this water boiling really quick while we go put away more stuff. We're going to be heading out to grab supplies. We might as well make sure that we're totally empty on stuff. Okay. Oops. Oh, and we do have grenades. Okay. Maybe it would be nicer to have it like bookends. Yeah. Uh, okay. Some of that stuff going, and then we need energy bars. And soda pop. Actually, let's start putting it so we can just add on easily. Hey, Chilla, how you doing? We're just running around gathering items for our mansion here. Nothing too wild or exciting today, but Gotta be done. Ooh, go. Well, there goes that deer. Oh, wait. There's rope back here. Mm. Hey, it's Wit. How you doing? Yep, we've been building away. Um, actually, I'll give a little house tour. First of all, we are building a little crucifix to Goose Jesus from the original Sons of the Forest, who died for our sins and let us get an achievement. We're gonna light it up like the Christmas tree. We've got a lovely little den here where we can cook food and have firewood. Then up here is all of our basic storage, like food storage back here, uh, other stuff like circuit boards and batteries and stuff around here. All of our armor and weapons storage. And then my personal favorite, we have, I don't know what we're going to put up here, honestly, but we've got this beautiful little deck, which I am a big fan of. I think this is my favorite spot that I've made overall. And then we've got all of this stuff to fund the electricity that's going to keep it lit up. But right now, I need to go. Light bulbs are a pain in the ass to find, and so are copper wire to do the electrical wiring. But there is a bunker nearby, and it respawns every single time we load and reload, and there's a save point right inside the bunker next to the stuff. So we're going to save scum for a little bit to get all the stuff we need. Gotta have a perfect mansion before we fully explore the island. There's just so much stuff to get in this game. It, like, all goes to waste if you aren't able to actually keep it in your inventory. How's everyone's day going so far today? Up to much fun? Wait, I saw that you tried some Phasmophobia solo the other day. How'd that go for you? I think you were saying that that's like your biggest fear is doing that game solo. Okay, got some of that stuff. Amazing till the mimic went Deogen and killed me. That's the worst. Honestly, mimics are a nightmare. Oh, but you still got a perfect. You know, that's a blessing and a curse because it's like cool that when you get the perfect anyway, but then it sucks because you see just how much money you missed. And that's what gets me. Typically there's some herbs right here, but they're not popping up today. Maybe they just don't show up in winter. Were you playing on amateur, or did I hear you say that you tried like intermediate or professional? You're gonna come back and start streaming again, and you're gonna be a pro. Ooh. And there's a battery for a golf cart. You can hook up to our solar panels to store electricity. Did only one amateur. Look at you go. It's funny because you kind of kill it on Nightmare when you're playing with other people, but there's just something about playing solo where it gets so much scarier. Let's see. Okie doke. So this is where we get to save scum. No shame. Ooh, I gotta blow my nose 1 sec. There we go. I listened to someone else's Faz stream playing some classic rock and that helped the fear. Hey, whatever works. You're making me want to play Faz. Just too good of a game. We got some dish. Yeah, Hey, yeah, how you doing? We're currently just save scumming to get electric wiring and light bulbs. Um, yeah, I still can't believe that we were able to get the Bronze Apocalypse on single player. Um, now I just want to try the silver or gold, which is probably incredibly stupid. Like telling myself to just continue with my plan to do Sons of the Forest and not just switch to being a Phasmo stream. Doing good, how are you? So far, so good. Stream started later than I anticipated because we had a sudden meeting, but other than that, it's been great. Um, you'll just hear me occasionally mute myself because I don't know what happened. I just keep having to blow my nose. I don't even think I'm sick. I feel like I don't know, my body is mad at me today. But is your guy coming over today or tomorrow? What's the plan here? For some knitting? Exciting. Today supposedly he's probably still asleep. That's a mood. Ended up staying up way too late last night watching a stream and didn't wake up until like 8:40 to discover I had a meeting now at 9. Okay, get up on batteries. Actually, we might too much printer resin. We do. Okay, so I really don't understand what the point of this armor is, but if you can get tech mesh, which is like hard to create, it takes so much printer resin, which is hard to find, except right here like this. You can build this entire suit, which is an achievement. We got through, like, I think we'd made like 6 or 7 pieces, and then when we were going through a cave to get a rope gun, we got our asses beat. So many enemies all at once, and so we ended up having to wear all the tech mesh and it got destroyed. Get a little bit more going. No, I mean it was fine. I don't know what I was expecting because I went into the cave with very little armor, and we never died, but it did we did get our asses beat down to the point where we almost did. So I think we might not be filled up on some of this stuff. 8, 8. Okay, do one more save scum. Given how hard it is to find, like, the necessary items in this game, I don't even feel bad about this. I think the number of times I've said that means I probably do. Chilla, yeah, you guys have any fun plans today? Outside of your boy coming to visit? Okay, we are filled up on most of this stuff. Time to run back. Maybe Hawaiian barbecue. Ooh, that sounds good. I haven't had that in forever. Usually stay up until 6 a.m. playing games. You know what? That's a mood. Complete mood. I used to do that so much. Now I go to bed early so I can wake up at like 3 or 4 a.m. to play games. Deciding that I need to stream when people are actually awake has made things much different for my sleep schedule. Only on Fridays. Yeah, that's probably safe. Not gonna lie though, a trip to a craft store is always so relaxing. Like heading to Michael's or something, it's a vibe. Let's see. More circuit boards. I think I'm gonna add a little bit of stuff and then I think we'll be just about done. I might do one more save scum trip and then I'm gonna start exploring the island more. We gotta we gotta get a shovel. Hit up a cave here. Oh, it's so pretty in the winter on this game. I gotta say, the graphics for this game I am a big fan of. It all feels very, very beautiful. Let's see. Let's get some wiring. What? Some nice light bulbs. Love that this game lets you actually play with electricity. I feel like such an engineer. Oop. And we used up too much energy. Actually, we have enough. We just didn't connect the other solar panels to our power grid. So we're gonna have to do that. Okay. Welcome back, yeah. We just caused a minor electrical outage, but other than that, we're doing great. Okay, Virginia, I love you, but you were right in the way. It's not how walking works. Okay. What? What are you? Okay. You know what? Live your best life, Virginia. Rooting for you, champ. Some rope here. Just to save the spot. And ooh, we got friends. I don't think they realize that we've completely booby-trapped this entire area. Okay, we're gonna do one more safe scum trip, just because I'm going to go feral if I know that my electricity is not working back at home. And then I think we're gonna hit up a cave. Nothing too crazy. Although the cave to get the shovel is a brat. It's so big. Ooh, we could also go to one of the other caves. I don't think we need the shovel to do it. In fact, maybe we will. Yeah, I think so. Nope. We already have all this stuff here, right? Yeah. Would do you think you'd ever be interested in playing Sons of the Forest? I know that you said that you're going to play the Forest when you get back and start streaming, at least for a little bit, so I can get all the achievements. My ass needs to get a perfect on every single game. Don't know about this one, but it's fun to watch. That's fair. This one honestly feels so much harder. But I think, yeah, we'll do this and then explore my favorite slash least favorite cave. It's just weird as hell. Are there multiplayer achievements on this one? Actually, I don't think so. I think they learned their lesson from the forest. So I don't need anyone to play with per se, but I was just curious if you were interested. That said, mm, it's a great game, but the story is so rough. Map and GPS is very, very nice. Technically, there's a map on the forest, but you have to fill it out yourself. Sorry, don't mind me. Um, but there's a lot of quality of lives improvements. Be right back, shower. Okay, have fun. Just do this 4 times. Then it's off to take on a cave. I just can't leave poor Kelvin and Virginia in the dark in our little mansion. But this will be the most boring part of gameplay today. My apologies for starting off with it. Just gotta get the bare necessities done first. Okay, okay. I about flipped. I just heard something, felt something grab my leg. Turns out it was my dog. Last I saw, she was in the other room. Girl, what are you doing down there? Yeah, Sons of the Forest, it's a great game in so many ways. Like, I think the gameplay itself is my favorite part. I love it completely. Like, the building mechanics, the ability to do electrical wiring, even the enemies, I think, are generally well designed. It's just, you can tell that they did not care about any type of story or lore. And that's the part that makes me sad because that's like my favorite part of a game. When there's no good lore, it's like, okay, what are we in this for? This might be our last one. That's why I love Zelda because of the story. Yeah, exactly. Um, Even like I think a lot of the Zelda games, the story and lore doesn't necessarily have to make sense, but it's compelling. Um, like Breath of the Wild, I think maybe like some of the story doesn't necessarily flow well or like it might have plot holes, but even then it's so fun to actually get through. Um, with this one, they have it set up to where it's like a really engaging game with a lot of cool like plot lines or whatever, and then at the very end they just completely fumble it. Let's see, 1,000 again. How many tech mesh do we have? 3. We can make 3. Many nights I spent watching videos on the Zelda timeline. You know, it's interesting how convoluted the timelines become. I really like it because, like, I grew up, my first real game was Ocarina of Time. And so, I don't know, I feel happy knowing that, like, that was the thing that, like, split up the timeline and made it so convoluted. It's just funny watching the developers try and, like, piece together a timeline to have it all make sense. Like, the fallen hero, um, all that other stuff. But I I can't get enough of it. Do you have a favorite Zelda, Yaya? Like a Zelda game? Or is it too hard to choose? I always was a Majora's Mask person myself. I think there was something about that game that was just like so kind of dark, um, that made me happy. Ocarina of Time is your all-time fave. You really can't go wrong with it whatsoever. That will always be like the quintessential video game in my mind. I love it so much. I think it's partially like the reason I love Majora's Mask is because of Ocarina of Time. Because it's like the same characters and stuff, which makes it feel so bizarre and otherworldly. Majora's Mask makes you panic. Yeah, that's fair. I feel like there's something about Majora's Mask that like validates my anxiety. Makes me love it. Twilight Princess was also good, but I don't think I appreciated it when it came out. Like now that time has passed, I really want to play it again. I hope they remaster it. That said, I have not played Tears of the Kingdom, and I need to fix that. I'm surprised it's not as popular on Twitch. Love the story of Majora's Mask, just don't care to play it. Totally fair. Let's see. Okay, we've got all the printed arrows we need. Puppy, what are you doing down here? Gotten all the shrines and Tears of the Kingdom. You haven't beaten the final boss, you're scared. That, I think, is just a sign of a good game, right? I'm trying to remember. I mean, is the final boss Ganon in that game? Or Ganondorf? I know they're technically two different people, or whatever. Two different beasts. Yeah, Ganondorf. Nice. Yeah, I like the way that they went for Tears of the Kingdom, and they brought back like the sky stuff from Skyward Sword, which they kind of alluded to in Breath of the Wild, which made it feel even more cohesive. Looks way scarier than Ocarina Ganondorf. Good. I love it when they kind of lean into the horror a little bit. Obviously, I'm addicted to horror, but there's just something fun about a final boss being terrifying. Okay, so now we'll wrap this up and then go hit up a cave. Don't want to spoil it, but when you play it, let me know what you think of him. Yeah, totally. I really need to just get that already. I went through such a Zelda phase last year. I finally played A Link to the Past for the very first time ever, which was so good. And then Link's Awakening, which was also so good. Um, I think I've played every game now besides Tears of the Kingdom. So I really just need to get it done because I've heard nothing but rave reviews about it. Ooh, that's right, Echoes of Wisdom. I haven't played that one yet. Butch in chat was telling me about it and talked up how great it was. I've always wanted to have a like Zelda-led game, so I really should support that with my wallet. Gotta go get that done. Did you like Echoes of Wisdom? Let's see here. Come on now. There we go. Loved it. Loved the mechanics in the puzzle. Good, good. I'm glad to hear it. Let's see. We need to get a couple of more of these. Nope. There we go. Lit up. You can just hear all of the enemies who are dying on our traps. That's so sad. At least have this held up. Happy, what are you doing? My dog is going feral at the fact I'm not giving her attention. The mechanics and the puzzles. Oh, that's perfect. I think that's like the best part of any game to me is the way they actually set up the puzzles. It's in the second to last dungeon in A Link to the Past, right before I entered the boss room. I want to see my progress, so I went to create a checkpoint, but instead of creating a checkpoint, I loaded my last save game. Oh no! My Moki does the same when I don't give him attention. Yeah, she's such a sweet dog, but every now and then she just needs to be the center of attention for like 2 hours straight, which I'm generally fine with, but sometimes it just does not work out that way. Okay, so I think we have most of what we need. I think the big thing is we're going to need to get some... We have water. We'll probably just need to get some dried meat. This cave is going to be an experience. Make sure we have enough sticks to survive, which we definitely don't. Oh, it might be spring tomorrow. I think winter's over. Okay. I guess I'm gonna go find some sticks and then tomorrow we'll head out. We really haven't come across any enemies yet. Now that I said that, we're gonna get our asses kicked. Yeah, actually, now that I think about it, I haven't played Skyward Sword. I've been meaning to for forever. I have the game. I bought it for the Nintendo Switch, like the remaster or whatever. But I just don't have it. Her current Zelda game is Oracle of Ages. Oof. So here's the thing. I don't know if it was because I was like 8 or whatever when it came out, but I could not for the life of me figure out how to like play Oracle of Ages. Oracle of Seasons, easy. So easy. Like, had that shit unlock. But Oracle of Ages, I just could not do it to save my life. Oracle games are difficult. I almost broke my DS last time I played it. Okay, I feel validated. Yeah, there was just I loved it, and it took me years. I feel like I think I started that game in like second grade, and I beat it in fifth. Um, but after I beat Oracle of Ages once, I was like, let's actually never do this again. I didn't realize that they were sequel to A Link to the Past, though. I guess because I hadn't played A Link to the Past when I first started playing them. But it's cool at least that they decided to make that continuity. Let's see here. I might just go to bed early. Some cooked meat, and water. I ended up like a direct sequel to the actual game in the timeline. Yeah, yeah. Uh, it was. I remember watching some video about it, and like that's why there's so many. Because like uh, Link's Awakening is a direct sequel to A Link to the Past. But then also, I want to say it was like when the boat gets like wrecked or whatever at the end of Link's Awakening or something. No, I'm gonna completely botch it. But yeah, it's something about how it's like all the same Link. It was a video by Zeltic. Uh, I have no idea. Not a clue. But I think it says that in the main like Zelda timeline too, that it's like they're happening at the same time or something, but they're both there. Which is weird because a lot of I think it's Oracle of Ages has a lot of Majora's Mask characters in it, including the fairies. Which to me is a bonus, but hey, welcome back, Wit. We're about to head to a very interesting cave. We were just talking about all the different Zelda games, and did you ever play Oracle of Seasons and Oracle of Ages? Actually, I don't know how I zoom in and out of the map using the keyboard. Give me 1 second while I set on the forest controls. Move character, crouch, inventory, lighter, reload, dismantle. Skip, select. Utility. Is it utility? Oh. Okay, well that doesn't help. Um, Forest, zoom in and out of map. Keyboard. Press the minus key while holding down the control key. That doesn't work. You have to click it? Oh, middle mouse button, scroll wheel? Oh, okay. My dumbass. I love them, but I don't have a least favorite Zelda. I love them all. Even Spirit Tracks. Okay, controversial opinion. Never played Spirit Tracks. That's one of the games I want to play. You know what? Now that I think about it, I'm always thinking about the main Zelda titles, but I've never played Spirit Tracks, Minish Cap, anything else like that. I'm not sure what I would think of them because Wind Waker was okay, but it was never like my favorite. And I think those are all like kind of sequels to it, right? Ooh, okay, we're gonna head to a different cave than we typically would, but it's gonna be one with a lot of weird shit in it. Just because I need other people to experience this. It's disappointed in the beginning, but that's because we weren't sure when the franchise was going at the time, and I really loved the older stuff best. Getting to see was such a pain, but the actual game was fun. Yeah, definitely. I think the one thing I'll say is that I loved being able to fill out the map, like getting the fish bait or whatever and finding that fish jumping around so that it'll like fill in that quadrant of your map. I don't know why, but I loved that shit as a kid. I could do that for hours. The rest of navigating the sea did not like. Ooh, nice little muddy boy. Stay away. That made you hate fishing. Yeah, I could see that. I think just like anytime I get a chance to completely fill something out, I am in love. Same with Pokemon with the Pokedex. I need that shit 100%ed every single time on every single game file. Yeah, Twilight Princess was phenomenal. I really loved kind of how dark it was. I think it's a lot like Majora's Mask and being one of the darkest Zelda games. Hitting the Pokedex in every game is crazy. How do you do it? By being crazy. Because I also, as an only kid, I would buy every version. And I'd have like two Game Boys or two DSs so that I could trade with myself to complete every dex. But I was a competitive Pokemon battler um, when I was in middle school and high school. So I feel like I was just always plugged into the Pokemon world. Ah, not you lighting me on fire. Damn. Love the piano instrumental when Midna's dying. The musical score for Twilight Princess is phenomenal. It's one of the only games that I've ever had where I keep the like actual soundtrack and will listen to it occasionally. So there's just so many good bops. Play to get your cute Jigglypuff. That's fair. I I can completely see that. I just love to get every single Pokemon possible and then have like six different competitive teams ready and then try to beat the Battle Frontier or get a 100 win streak in the Battle Tower. With any game, typically, I try to do the absolute most, which is a blessing and a curse. Never get into the IVs or EVs or whatever they're called. It took me a minute. Thank God they've made it so much easier these days, I think. Um, Ooh, there we go. I think they've definitely made it a lot more accessible and a lot simpler. Because when I first started competitive battling, like that shit took a week to train a Pokemon. Now it's like, and that's not even counting like how long you'd have to take to breed to get the perfect IVs and the nature and everything else. Now you can just give it a mint to change its nature and do some hyper training to get perfect IVs, which I think some people are pissed about, but I think is fantastic because we all have lives and we don't need to do that shit. Do you remember when only the Pokemon you used would get XP? That was a pain to grind. You know, controversial opinion, I miss it so much. I love, like, I typically will do Nuzlocks and stuff like that, so I need to control my Pokemon leveling up. And it makes me so sad that I really can't now, except by like taking them out of my party. I liked in X and Y when they introduced that. I think it makes a lot of sense and it should be an option for people because like it's Pokemon. You don't need to like get sweaty with it, you know? But they allowed you to turn it off if you wanted. And I thought that was like the perfect middle ground for everyone interested. But they've turned off the ability to turn it off, and that makes me sad. I think it was my Nuzlocke of Shining Pearl. I had to like just play with one Pokemon a lot of the time in my party because otherwise they would be so just over leveled and messed up. Oh, this isn't good. This isn't good. Hopefully they bring it back in Legends ZA. Yeah, I'm curious to see what that game's gonna be like. After Legends Arceus, like they did such a different take on Pokemon that I loved and was obsessed with. I think it'd be interesting to see exactly what it is they're going to do to make Legends ZA stand out. I imagine they're gonna try and like change up the formula again, hopefully. Okay, we are in one of the weirdest caves in Sons of the Forest, and not only are there mutants, I think I recall. I mean, not only are there these like little zombie guys. Yep, there's a creepy ass mutant. These things are such a bitch. Ugh. Maybe I can get him to drown himself. Okay, he's seen me. Oh, jump at me, jump at me. Yes. Okay. So the bright side is these things can drown themselves. Oof. Lord. Loved Arceus. Gameplay top notch, story kind of lacking. What about those? I can hear that there's. Oh, there it is. Ugh. Disgusting. Oh, man. Okay, well, this is the point of no return. Let's do it. You're all helping me play by distracting me. Exactly. And it's fun getting to see all of your thoughts on different Zelda things and Pokemon. Okay, shit. I remember where we are now. Oh, this is gonna... I think this is genuinely the hardest game, the hardest cave in the game. So if I get my ass beat, none of y'all saw nothing. These poor cultists, though. I don't know why. Like, they never even explain it in the story, but there's just a group of cultists who take massive yachts to this island and then kill themselves on it, thinking they'll get to heaven. And they just kind of like leave it as a little aside, like a fun little story point that's never discussed whatsoever. I'm not really sure what they want us to do with that. But this is called Cultist Cave for a reason. And I think we'll see why here in a little bit. Yeah, fun little Heaven's Gate. I think one of the most powerful mutants might be up here. Ugh. Oh, yep. Oh, God. It's coming right at us. God damn. We're just going around for a second. It's gonna beat our ass. Was that even a powerful mutant? No, it was not. Ooh. Oh. What the hell? Yeah, sorry. I think I had it muted. My bad. Sometimes I make stupid mistakes, so always feel free to let me know. We're gonna get our ass beat. Yeah, no, you're all good. Okay. What we need is to kill one of these things to get even more armor. Oh, God. Okay, one down. It's okay to run away. Who do you think I am? I will die 1,000 times before I run away. And that's probably what's gonna happen. And on the bright side, no damage. We got that one. Let's save up again. Because it's gonna take one hit once our armor's out to kill us. Nope. Actually, you're right. Let's just head out. You know, there's something else I was wanting to show you anyway. And another cave runs into this one. So we'll save this part for when we go through that cave. Because right now we are getting our asses wrecked. I forgot that another one of like the hardest mutants is right there. But fun fact, these are apparently based off of the enemies from Silent Hill 2. Oh. Those enemies that you first come across they have no arms or anything. Yeah. Forget where I read that. Ugh. Not the kids. We have too much rope. Do we have any... Oh, I did not mean to equip that. Let's make some bone armor real quick. Jesus. I recently switched to using the keyboard and the mouse to play this game because my controller kept acting weird. And then I realized that with the keyboard and mouse, you can actually like quick select items so much easier. But every now and then there'll just be like some different thing where I'm like, ugh, this is not intuitive for me. Okay. Nice little spaceman. So this is where the story of Sons of the Forest starts to get a little freaking weird. Just as an aside, you know, we've been stranded on this weird island, having a blast, enjoying ourselves. There's some icky mutants, some cannibals, whatever. And you think, wow, can't get any weirder than that. My friends, it does. This is where you realize that the writers just had no idea what the hell they were doing. Y'all ready? Just a random spaceship in the middle of the bottom of this cave. As you do. We'll just steal this creepy artifact from him. And then take this armor. Yeah, why not? What's the worst that could happen? Yeah, there's this mineral on the island that everyone's obsessed with, I think called solifite or sophalite. I think it's solifite. But it just conducts a lot of electricity. Does this shit. Because it's from another dimension. Do 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 do. But if you think the weird spaceship is bad, it gets stranger. It gets much, much stranger. Twilight Zone, yeah. Actually, it works out that we did just kind of skip that main part of the cave because I forgot I meet with my advisor in like an hour and 15 minutes. So we'll have just enough time to finish this cave up and get back to our base. But I'm glad you all can see this part because this is where I start to be like, cool gameplay, hate the concept. Hate the concept. Because you'd think you'd be done with this cave. But no, you're not. You're not even close. But we have more. One more bone. Oh, we can only do one. Yeah, the flashlight is so much nicer in this game than the forest. So much nicer. And it automatically switches out batteries, which I don't know why that was ever something that wasn't the case beforehand. Maybe I should just hotkey this. And let's hotkey this. We just gonna save. Why not? Yeah, it's like, okay, we got to the bottom of a cave. There's a random-ass spaceship with space people in it. We stole some armor from him. Doesn't really get worse than that. Doesn't get stranger. My guy is out of breath. This is what you get for being a journalist going through all this. If I was ever in a situation where I had to go through underwater caves like this, I would just die. I'd be like, you know what? Thank you for the experience. I'm good. I'm gonna tap out. This is where I call it. I will now be mutant food. In fact, I'll just try and dig my way to the surface with my hands. That's fine. Yeah, drowning is like my biggest fear. That or like something attacking me in the water. Let's see what's going on around here. Welcome to demons. They added demons to the game that are burned by a crucifix. Just a cave full of literal demons. When I first went through this game, I was freaked the hell out in this part because these things take so much damage and they do so much damage until I realized that if you just equip a cross, it like makes them harmless almost, like they're just useless against the cross. Why? No one, I don't know. There's no explanation for why a cross would do that, or why demons exist in this world, or why they're part of this story. Who needs it? This is what I mean when I say, like, it feels like one of those situations where the writers just thought of anything they thought could be cool, and then they just added it to the game and thought, the players will figure out why it's there. But if the player thinks about it for like more than 10 minutes, I feel like they've then thought about it more than any of the developers did. But I gotta say, the demons look cool. I'll give them that. The demons are creepy looking. They freak me out. Still not something I'd expect in this game, though. Oop. There we go. Let's see. I'm guessing there's probably a bunch. Where you demons at? You can hear them. Hey demons, it's your boy. Okay, come on. Die a little. Bless their heart. I feel like I'm committing a hate crime. On the downside, this means demons will start roaming around the outside world. Now that I've witnessed them. And they always roam in packs. It's a little annoying. Actually, let's... We've got so much armor. Let's just put some on. My existence is a hate crime. You sound like my parents. Just kidding, they're dead. Ooh. Stay away. I'm glad you're the type of person to laugh at that joke. That's why we're friends. Let's see. Where the hell am I supposed to be going here? Oh. Hi, buddy. Yeah, if you're still around, can you remind me, what's your boyfriend's name? I know he was in chat the other day. It's escaping me, and I feel bad just saying your boyfriend. Moki. Moki. Okay, is that your dog's name too? Or your cat? Am I just making things up in my head? Okay. I feel like I remember you saying an animal's name, and in my head it sounded like what your boyfriend's name was on Twitch. But I'm also just crazy. I'll slowly learn these things. Twinning. Okay, another piece of alien artifacts surrounded by demons. Love to see it. Oop. Wrong button. So this artifact, I was so excited. I was like, what are they going to do with this? You know, like, they're building it up, making it seem so important. I'm excited to see how they're going to, like, make this make sense. And then at the end... Oh, excuse me. Oop, 1 second. I'm gonna blow my nose. Ugh, and I'm back. I was so excited. Oh, and thank you for the bless you. I was so excited to see what they were going to do with it. And then once I collected all 7 pieces, and you have to, like, run through all of these caves, like, search every cave, beat the game, do all this stuff. The reward is that you can, like, turn items to gold. But you don't use currency in this game. So there's, like, actually no use for that. It's just, like, an aesthetic thing. Mild letdown, but... oh well. At least it looks cool. But yeah, now that we're breaking down all these barriers, the demons are let loose in the world. Oh. Oh. Headshot. Oops. happy. Thank God it's not any of those glowing ones that are super strong. Now that I've said that, it will be. Let's just save. Because the second we get our asses kicked again, we are booted from the game. I'm not about to redo all this. Oh. Little babies. Yo, I need to be careful about saying that. It's my dog's name is Baby. Oh. Oof. Republicans outraged as I killed babies in a cave. Oh, I am starving. The second I run out of food or water, I start losing health, and I have no health to lose, so there we go. Ugh, God, I hate underwater. And I think what sucks about having a fear of underwater stuff is that there's just always a story that'll help remind you to be afraid of underwater. It's just like a self-confirming bias. One of my friends, bless her heart, her brother-in-law and her sister went scuba diving I think around Costa Rica or something. I don't remember specifically, but the brother-in-law just never came back up. And eventually, this was 2 years ago, and eventually they discovered his swim trunks several miles down the coast because he got attacked by sharks. And I was like, yeah, see, that's why we don't do that. We just don't go underwater. We stay on land, we go to pools. Yeah, it was that they had an entire search party all along the coast, but you know, that's what happens, I guess. And that's why we don't go scuba diving. You'll never get enough of the ocean until the day you do, my friend. I'd always make fun of my parents for being so freaked out of everything, and then this is the one thing where I'm like, they were right. Well, we survived the cave. We did it. Oh wait, you heard it? I know that it got some attention. I think they were searching for a few days, but it was a former person in my research lab. She graduated right when I was coming in, and it was her brother-in-law. Watch true crime and stuff like that, so your feed is full of that stuff? Yeah, that makes sense. Whew. Okay, so we got that. Where the hell are we? Mm, fuck is that? Okay. Okay. Not a fan. Those are terrifying. Go on and type the name in docs. I'm not sure if I got the name right either. Yeah, I mean it's probably the one. I think it was 2 years ago. Um, it's just like a constant thing on my Facebook of like the search and everything. But I was like, yeah, you know what? That makes sense. They had been doing that for years. They were like professionally trained. They like this was like something they were very good at. But still it just takes like that one moment gone wrong. Not to blame the victim or anything, like it's a horrendous tragedy. It's just like you never quite realize until it's too late that the ocean is some scurry shit. And that's why I don't go scuba diving. That's like the one thing I'll be clutching my pearls about. Everything else I don't care. I will walk alone at night. I'll sleep alone in the forest. I'll do whatever. I have no sense of self-preservation except that one single thing that never mattered because I lived in like an inland part of the country. Video of a guy being stuck in an air pocket underwater and they actually found him and rescued him. That story terrified me. Yeah, no, screw that stuff. Ugh. Things like that are so terrifying. Or like those people who had gone cave diving and they were like stuck in the cave for days. I mean, they were rescued and that's perfect, but I'm like, no cave diving for me. I've learned my lesson from them. But watching the ocean is pretty. I love getting to see it. It's also probably why I will never play Subnautica. The thought of being in that game terrifies me. Yeah, you'll admire it from a distance. Beautiful from afar. I forget, Ventura is kind of close to the ocean too, right? Isn't it just up past Malibu? And if I'm saying it wrong, let me know too. I'm a California transplant and I suck at that stuff. Yeah, very close to the ocean. Yeah, I spend a lot of time in Santa Monica, so I see the ocean a lot. I'll admire it from afar. Beach is like 10 minutes away or 15. That's nice. I feel like a lot of people would kill for that. Yeah, I think we're probably like 20 minutes away from the ocean where I'm at. Alaska airline plane crashed into the ocean. I don't remember that, but that sounds terrifying. That's one thing. I have no idea why, but I'm just not terrified of planes at all. Like the second I get into the air, I'm like, Jesus, take the wheel. Whatever happens, happens. I have no control whatsoever. Happened at the beach in Oxnard. They built a sundial in remembrance of it. Oh, wow. That's so sad. Yeah, I can't imagine. I'm wondering, so is that like what the inspiration for Lost came from? I could see something like that. Ooh, and baby's on board. R.I.P. Let's let's get rid of some of these batteries, and I think we'll go save scum a little bit more. We got through a cave. We might as well like just get a little bit more stuff done before I have to leave here in a bit. I still have to take my roommate's dog out for a little walk before I do this appointment. Typically, I have nothing whatsoever on Fridays, so this is so weird. Okay. Those four. Do I work from home? Typically. Um, it's a weird situation. Like, I'm at the point in my PhD where I don't take classes or anything. I just do research and like write like research papers, analyses, that kind of stuff. So most of my stuff is like Zoom meetings and working from home. That said, I typically will teach classes as like an extra form of income or help teach classes. And right now I'm helping teach two at an MBA business school. And so with those, it's a little annoying. Typically, like the last couple years, I was the head of the largest psych class at my university. And so I was able to do everything remotely and like train people up and stuff. But with MBA classes, they want you in there every single day for the full class period just to like mark how often people talk, and then how meaningful their contributions were, which is so bizarre to me. But my entire job basically is to like handle all the logistics of the class and then like write down every person's name who speaks and how valuable I found their contribution to be, because that's going to factor into their grade. Which, as you can imagine, goes wonderfully if they don't get the grade they like. So I think this quarter and next quarter, I have to do that more. Just because I want to be competitive enough to maybe be able to teach at a business school. But on the bright side, it'll be like a 3-hour class one time a week. So it's not anything too ridiculous. But it's the first time I haven't worked from home in like a year or more. Definitely love the flexibility that academia provides. Oh, it's okay, baby. You need to go back to school. Yeah, it's not for everyone, but I enjoy what I do. I mean, the job market isn't phenomenal for what we do, but especially since I focus in on prejudice, and it seems like federal funding might not be generous towards that type of research moving forward. But I definitely enjoy it, and thankfully I'm trained on some advanced statistical analysis, so you can always work at like social media companies analyzing user information. My dog is just freaking out about a lack of attention right now, which we'd spent the whole morning together, but you know how it goes. You'd gone back but stopped because you needed 2 root canals last year and that hurt your pockets. I can only imagine. Also, like the pockets left over from the root canals or whatever. I know that's a tooth extraction, but still, oof. R.I.P. Yeah, what do you want to go for? Do you have any idea yet, or is it just kind of general degree? Or Computer science, nice. That'll make big bucks. You're about to transfer to a university. Nice. Yeah, props to people doing computer science. I really should have myself. I love programming so much. Like, with the experiments I do, we need precise control of how long a stimuli is on the screen. Like, most of the stuff that I show people is only on the screen for 500 milliseconds, like half a second. And so we have to precisely control that using Python or JavaScript, other things like that. So at this point, I'm fluent in Python, JavaScript, and Java. But it just doesn't really like count as much because I don't have an actual computer science degree. So I've thought about like going and getting a master's in computer science or something if I can't find a job with my PhD, but I should be able to. It's just something about programming that like works with my brain because it's just so controlled and precise. Like the logic of it is so nice. It's so hard for you. You're always trying to get tutoring. Oh, sorry, I wasn't trying to like dunk on you. It's honestly, I think it's really, really hard when you first start because like you need to understand the logic of computer programming. But once you understand the general logic, the logic tends to be the same across all computer programming languages from what I found. It's just that like the way it's executed is different from each one. So once you kind of understand the logistics, then it makes life a lot easier. Gladly hire me as a tutor if you're available. Yeah, of course. Always happy to help. I'm not God's gift to computer programming, but I've always enjoyed it. I dated a computer scientist when I was in college, and he taught me all that I knew about Python, and then I ended up having to use it so much for my research. I feel like, if anything, I can just get by with it typically with anything. It would be fun to get into it more. I really want to learn C++ or CSS, but I just never have the time to like genuinely commit to it. Codecademy and stuff like that has always been a huge help. Understand it when they do into extreme detail. I'm like, I feel that. I remember my first Python class, I felt like I understood it so well. And then they, like, for our midterm, they asked us to, like, program and create a game. And, like, having to think of all the logistics and all the, like, things where something could go wrong and the error messages that would need to pop up. I was like, wait, what's happening? So much. Okay, we got 8. Go back and drop some of this stuff off. And we have another golf cart battery. Yeah, do you have any ideas of, like, is there a part of computer science you're particularly interested in, or just kind of a general interest right now? I always love learning about what excites people. I feel like that's, like, one of the coolest things to find out about a person. Like, what excites people, and then what made them fall in love with someone are always, like, two things that I feel like people never really think to ask, but tell so much about a person. General interest? Yeah, that makes sense. Python was my first programming class. My professor was so bad. He never responded to my emails. He used this online program that didn't really give you good rationales, and his grade was based on those exercises. I was so lost. Ugh, that's the worst. You know, it really can make or break a class based on who's teaching it. I think that I would be super, super intimidated by programming if it weren't for the fact that, like, I was dating a programmer, and I took a class at like a small liberal arts college where there was tons of like support and one-on-one instruction that made it a lot easier. So like thinking of like, you know, even at my university, the intro Python class is like 400 people, and there's just no ability to receive any personalized instruction at all. I don't know how people do it. I would fail miserably and be so lost. Part of the reason I haven't gone back is it's because of the root canals, but I don't feel ready. You know, I think that's fair. School is something that can be so intimidating, especially because it's not like you're just going and giving it a try with no consequences, right? Like you have to actually pay for it, which I think is so frustrating in some ways. But because of that, it's just, I feel like there's even more tied up in it that makes it difficult. Let's get some copper wire here. So I feel you completely with all that. But I think you definitely, the thing to remember is that there's no such thing as someone who isn't able to do it. Everyone has what it takes. It's just sometimes I think, you know, it just might not be the right time in a person's life, or they just might need a different type of instruction. But if my dumbass can do it, then I think anyone can for sure. Oh, you're fine. I'm also more than happy to just talk to myself nonstop, so. We're actually getting close to having all this stuff done up. I I might be book smart in some ways, but I'm more than happy to acknowledge being a dumbass. I find no shame in it. I think more people need to recognize that they're a little bit stupid. Okay, I think we have the second floor fully lit. Nice. Okay. Oh, I'm so happy. Okay, and then we have some batteries. Probably some rope. Amen to that. Yeah, I'm glad you agree. I have no ego attached to my intelligence, and I wish the world was more like that. Oops, wrong thing. Maybe I'll just start. Takes a little longer, but just to start us off, I'll do this so I don't have to constantly pull out this thing. On the bright side, we've actually got armor and we have health, so could be worse. We need to get rid of some of these arrows. Oh, we didn't make any more, did we? That's okay. Do it here. I don't know why, but my goblin brain just loves collecting items. Yeah, it's hard deciding when to go back to school, but I'm sure that when you decide to, it'll be perfect for you. Why goblin brain? I don't even know where I first heard that, but someone talked about it like how goblins love to collect all these little tiny trinkets and shiny things. And I'm like, yeah, that checks out. That sounds about right for me. Always doing the most. Collecting as much as I can. Let's see. Was there something else that I'm... Oh, it was vodka. We have enough vodka to put away. And then maybe a C4 brick. Oh, and we probably have enough... We have solar panels for days. Ooh, fun, new friend. Visual bail. Get you banned real quick. Oop. I love the number of people who come in just to... Or number of bots, I should say. Who come in just to say that stuff. So polite. Man, I think we are good on electricity. Get some of these out here. I always feel bad making these crosses because I feel like it comes across as like some super religious thing. But when we were playing the prequel to this, The Forest, it was so hard to catch a goose. It was so impossible. And we needed one because we needed to put one of every animal head on wall displays. And so we ended up, while we were waiting, we ended up building a church to the geese and a crucifix. And then finally, when we were able to get one of the geese and get its head to get the achievement, we just started calling it Goose Jesus, and now it's a running theme. Let's see here. I think I've got one more run of save scumming in me, and then I'm gonna have to save and call it quits for today on this stream of The Forest. Typically I like to try to stream for 4 hours, but today's just been wild with all of the random meetings. Gotta take the dogs out before I have my next one. But we will be doing more Phasmophobia tonight, and I think it'll be actual multiplayer Phasmo with my roommate. I need to start putting away the watches. I'm getting so close to getting Prestige 2 in Phasmo, and I need it. I want it. I need it. But I'm also getting to the point where I want to start seeing about Silver Apocalypse. If I was able to do Bronze, I feel like, and on my first try, I feel like it makes sense that I should start trying for Silver, because that'll be the one I start dying on repeatedly. Or maybe just go straight to gold. I mean, I guess the difference between silver and gold probably isn't that much. It's taking so long. I keep forgetting I have Starbucks. I've been so engrossed in the game. My latte's gone cold. It's a hate crime. Get some of these arrows going. But I think having a fully decked out house, maxed out storage, that's the dream. The ideal. Though I just wish that I knew how to make the outside of the house prettier. Some people come out with like these gorgeous, gorgeous slate cabins, and I'm just like, mine looks like an office building, but you should see the inside, where it also looks like an office building. I better not be getting a cold. I literally just got over one. It must be allergies. You just got over a cold too? Yeah, I don't know what's going around. I got one at the start of the month, and then it's just been... Ooh, I'm gonna sneeze again, I'm gonna mute. There we go. Oh, but it's not... Hold up. Thank you for the bless you. Yeah, I got one at the start of the month when I was back home, and thankfully, like, my immune system's baller. I typically, if I get sick, I'm typically fine 2 days after. And that was the case for that. Like, maybe like some sniffles for a few days later, but like it was done after 2 days. But now I'm like getting it again, or I just woke up this morning like this, and I am not used to this whatsoever because I never get sick. Maybe, I think this was the first year I didn't get a flu shot. Maybe that's why. I definitely eat like a college student, so it's not like I'm this ultra healthy, perfect person. Ever since I hit 35, my immune system has been going downhill. When I get sick, it lasts a while. Yeah, I've heard that. Um, I think the big thing for me is that I just never let my immune system do all the work. When I was in my senior year of undergrad, my roommate was a pharmacology student, like getting his PhD in pharmacology. And he was telling me, I think I got sick when he was there. And he was saying that like all of these studies show that zinc and vitamin C together are like this ultra super punch to colds. And so like specifically the over-the-counter drug Zicam with some vitamin C supplements just like puts your immune system into hyperdrive and helps you get past anything. And ever since I do that, and I'm always healthy in like 2 days afterwards. So I don't know if that'll help you. I can't verify. I can't verify if that's like actually what's working or anything like that, but yeah, I always do Zicam with vitamin C, and it always gets me better in no time. Going to the pharmacy this weekend. Yeah, I think it's just like the fact that he was a pharmacology student that made me actually decide to trust him with that. And I feel like half the time, the only time I do get sick is when I travel for a conference, and I'll always bring a bottle of Zicam with some vitamin C, and I'll have like one day where I'm down and out, and then I'm back to normal. The only thing is that I think Zicam's a little expensive, like over $10, but eh, to not be disgustingly sick, I am fine with it. I'm gonna save again, because I need me some more. I need some more copper wire. Let's just save scum for a bit of that specifically. Are you feeling sick now? Am I not the only one? That would be so sad if Moki comes and visits and you're sick the entire time. I mean, at least it's a chill weekend together, but it's always too bad when you're not feeling great. You're excited for something. Let's see here. Some more duct tape, some more resin. Oh, that lingering cough. Yeah, that would do it. I hate that. Yeah, might as well give it a try. Oh, and so if you don't mind me asking, how long have you and Moki been together? I think it's the fact that I used to work in an intimate relationships lab. I just love like learning about couples. I always think it's so fun, like a nice little way to get to know someone. 5 whole years, that's exciting. Ooh, and we are build up on stuff. 5 years is impressive. Congratulations. Going on 6 in October. Okay, so you were like a pre-COVID couple. I'm gonna do one more because I want that copper wire. I want to start being close to being done with all of this electrical wiring. I always was curious, like, it was so interesting seeing people who'd been dating for a little bit before COVID started, like, how that affected them. I feel like a lot of the people I know, like, they struggled with their relationship if they weren't quarantined together. But then if people got through it, it seems like they were just so much closer than ever before. You've known him for 13 to 14 years. Oh, that's sweet. Super sweet. I love that for you too. Always makes me happy seeing like a long-lasting, healthy relationship. I think we're probably good. Actually, Okay, final one, final one, final one. I'm just tired of getting all this copper. Yeah, so Butch and Chad, I've known them. Butch, I think we met, what was it, like fall 2011? It's like my senior year of high school. Um, and that was, I guess, 13, 14 years ago. So, yeah, that's a long ass time. We're old. That's a good amount of time to know someone to then like get into a relationship and uh have it last. That's super sweet. Bicker like an old married couple. I mean, I think that's the goal, isn't it? How old am I? I am 31. So I just turned 31 in November. So not too young, not too old. Just kind of average. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I enjoy it. Mm, yeah, I'll just go do some of this wiring now. 39 here. Nice. I think... Butch, remind me how old you are? Aren't you like... You're a few years older than me. $37 or something. Yeah. Sorry, outing you in chat. Moki's 40. Nobody ever believes me. I love it. Yeah, that's awesome. I especially for queer couples, I just love seeing like long-lasting, healthy queer couples. It does my heart good. Your own mother thought you were lying that he was 40. I mean, that's a compliment. Okay, these guys need to just kind of mind their own business for a little bit. I got shit to do. I need circuit boards. I need rope. I need vodka. Ooh, I need cash. Yeah, I mean, listen, if someone refuses to believe that you're 40, I think that is about as good as it comes, and I think I need Moki's skincare routine. Who am I buying from, Kelvin? Actually, Wit, this is a commentary on the futility of capitalism. I use the cash to make the fires last longer. Genuinely, you throw the cash in the fire to help make it last longer. I don't think we were going to be a couple. I used to refer to him as my boy toy. A past coworker and current friend told me you two are going to end up being a couple. Mark my word. That's how it always works, right? Everyone sees it but you. Okay, let's... Should get it down here. Yeah. Okay, tight. Oh. RIP. this electrical wiring going. And finally, we have light down here. We don't have any in bedrooms yet, but listen. And we don't have light down here. Did it not get done up right? Weird. That's annoying as all hell. Wish there was a way to... Let's try this again. Still nothing. I wonder... Maybe if I do it down this. There we go. Haha. God bless. Finally, we have light. I'm so happy. Everywhere's lit up. Besides my deck. But that's a problem for another day. This over here. And then we have one car battery, right? Yeah, or golf cart battery. Okay. So that is going to be way more electricity than we will ever need. But here we are. God bless. I love this place. I'm happy. I think the big thing is that I'm going to string up electricity out here and then add light bulbs. So there's like light bulbs all along this outer part. I think that'll look good. I'll just get rid of some of this stuff for now. Don't mind my little goblin brain. Hoarding. Hi, Kelvin. Yeah, I'm about to end stream, so that makes sense. Thank you. I hope you have fun with your grandpa. And later tonight, if we're still playing, I feel free to log on and play some Phasmo with us. Great seeing you, Butch. So yeah, do you work from home too? Let's see here. Is there any? Oh, and then vodka. Gotta get rid of some of that. just gonna start adding this stuff throughout so I don't have to constantly cycle through. I do. I didn't think I would like it, but I do. Yeah, during COVID, I wasn't a fan. I feel like I really struggled with motivation during COVID to work from home, but now I love it. The idea of having to like work in an office or anything else sounds horrible to me now. I guess I'm lucky, like with academia, I only have to go in once in a blue moon, but even then I'm like, that's so much. Get some of this over here. No, I dread if they tell me I have to go in. Listen, I milked that shit for so long, trying to make sure I never had to go in. I feel that. Though I ended up like, I rarely got to work from home during COVID itself, which is funny. It was mainly once COVID ended, I got to work from home more. I think I had like 2 months of working from home during COVID is all. Somehow. You're back in to throw my clothes and drive. Yeah, have fun. I'm just organizing away. What? Don't know what the hell that is. Not a fan. Oof. Okay, well there's something out here. And oh god, it's 12:52. I can't even deal with it right now. Welcome back. Sadly, we're gonna leave that as a cliffhanger for the stream tomorrow. Some chaos will be the last. Yes. Some kind of big ass mutant out there. But all right. Thanks for hanging out. It was really fun. I didn't expect to get so much done today, even though we were just playing for a couple hours, but we managed to get quite a bit out of that. So later tonight, I'll be playing some Phasmophobia with my roommate Pam, and then anyone else who wants to hop on and play. Otherwise, we'll be doing more Sons of the Forest tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Pacific time. Thanks so much for hanging out in chat. It was really great getting to chat with you all, get to know you better, and I will see you again soon. Enjoy the rest of your day. And go get some of that Zycan. Take care of that cough. All right. See ya.